We'll guide you through how to connect a MySQL database to Visual Studio Code. If you find this useful, then consider subscribing and liking the video. We're now going to be handing over to Pauser, who's going to be guiding you through this. Let's get started.
Before we begin, make sure you already have MySQL installed on your computer and that your MySQL server is running properly. Also, make sure you have a database created. In this tutorial, we will use a database called as demo. Now, open Visual Studio Code, and once the VS Code opens, look at the left sidebar and just go ahead and click on the extensions icon. And now, in the search bar, just go ahead and search for SQL and hit enter. And you'll see SQL tools. So just click on SQL tools and just go ahead and click on install for SQL tools. This extension allows Visual Studio Code to connect to different database systems directly from the editor. Just wait for the installation is complete, and after SQL tool is installed, we need a driver from MySQL because SQL tools itself cannot connect to MySQL without the proper driver. Just go to the extensions and just go ahead and search for SQL tools and hit enter. And you can just go ahead and expand the extensions, and here you will see SQL tools MySQL. So basically just click on it, and here just go ahead and install this particular extension. And once that the installation is complete, you can close the extensions tab. Now look at the left sidebar. You should see a new database icon. Hover over it and it should say SQL tools. Just click on it, and basically this is where all of your databases connection will appear. Since this is your first connection, just go ahead and click on add new connection, and a setup screen will appear. You will now choose the database type. Just go ahead and select MySQL, and you will see several connection settings. Let's fill them in one by one. For the connection name, you can just go ahead and set it to something like MySQL and local. This is just a friendly name to identify your connection. For connection group, you can leave the default value. Now, we need to provide the server information. If MySQL is installed on your own computer, just go ahead and type localhost as the server address, and make sure connect using is set to server and port. And now for port, MySQL normally uses 3306. Just go ahead and enter that value. Also make sure to add an extra 0 at the port, just like so. This is important, so don't forget to do that. Now enter the database name. Since we already have a database called as demo, we will just type demo. And for username, enter your MySQL username. For many local installation, the username is usually root. And set the passport mode to save as plain text in the settings. And then just go ahead and type your MySQL password. And now double check all values before continuing. Your settings should look similar to this. Server should be localhost, port should be 33060, database should be whatever database that you have, username should be root, and your password should be your password. And once that you have done that, you can set the authentication protocol to X protocol, scroll down and set the connection timeout to around 30 seconds, and just go ahead and click on test connection. Visual Studio Code will try connecting to your MySQL database. If everything is correct, you should see a success message saying successfully connected. If you receive an error, verify MySQL server is running, username is correct, password is correct, database name is correct, port number is correct, and once the test is successful, just go ahead and click on save connection. Your connection should now appear inside the MySQL tools. To connect, just go ahead and click on the plug icon next to the connection. After a few seconds, the connection will become active. You are now connected to your MySQL database directly from Visual Studio Code. Now let's start running SQL queries. Let's begin by checking whether our connection is working. Just go ahead and type select space database and then type a bracket and then just go ahead and highlight the query just like so and just right click on it and just go ahead and choose run selected query. You should now see the output showing demo. This confirms that Visual Studio Code is connected to the demo database. Now let's create our first table. Just go ahead and type the following command. And now after typing the command, just select the entire query and just right click on it and click on run selected query. If successful, the table will now be created. To verify that it exists, just go to your SQL connection and expand your connection. Expand the demo database and expand tables. You should now see users listed here. Now let's add data to the table. So just go ahead and type the following command. Now to add the data to your table, just go ahead and type the following. And just go ahead and select the query just like so and just right click on it and choose to run selected query once again. Now let's add one more. Just go ahead and type and then after typing just go ahead and select it and just right click on it and choose to run selected queries just like so. Now we have 3 records inside our users table. Let's retrieve the data. Now just go ahead and type this exact command and then just go ahead and select the query just like so and just right click on it and choose to run selected query. You should now see your ID, username, email for each record. And this is how you fetch data from the table.